And we're live. We're late, but we're live. I was running around. I think Poe, you was running around too, right? I can't hear you, man. If you're talking,
How about now?
now I can hear you. All right. Yeah, I was doing some running around, man. Where you was doing some running around, right? It's nothing. We're not hearing anything. If you're talking.
How about now?
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
hear me now?
Yeah.
I gotta keep my mouth closed.
uh.
Yeah.
So what's going on, man?
Not much, just trying to, I was trying to pay some bills and a couple of try to get a headphones, but I forgot. Chaos.
What headphones you trying to get?
I'm just trying to get some real cheap ones right now. My son wanted me to get some Turtle Beaches or something. It was
Nah, the
another
garbage, man. Garbage. Turtle Beaches are horrible. Horrible. I would suggest either one of two headsets that have like the best mics and everything. It would be um, the Lucid Sounds. Do you have a PlayStation or Xbox?
PlayStation.
Get the Lucid Sounds LS40s. They have the LS50s coming out pretty soon. Those have like one of the best mics, and then the Artis sevens. Those I have the Artis Pro wireless, but the sevens are just as good and they're still wireless too. You can do them wired and wireless, I believe. Um, but those would be the best ones that I would recommend, dude. That has like the best mic quality.
And this is the funny thing that I have a podcast set up system, but I have it in storage.
Uh,
It has one of them old school looking mics and everything.
yeah, 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 yeah. Um, but yeah, that's what I would suggest. One of those two mics, man. But there's some things going on, man. There's some things going on.
Good
Uh,
stuff too. It's some good stuff for box.
yeah, yeah. What's on your end? Because I might have some different stuff that I was gonna cover. But go ahead.
Yeah, when I was talking about for the last 2 weeks, it's been a lot of amateur tournaments going on,
Oh yeah,
and in
yeah.
one night, 400 people was in the ring. I mean, box. So them any company that's making a boxing game, them are customers. Their family are customers.
Yep. Friends and
I'm like,
friends, friends and
yeah,
friends.
and friends. That's money.
But none of these companies are going out to them.
Nope.
That's the thing. It's like nobody's reaching out to them. Nobody's going to these tournaments. Uh, they they're just not there.
Because to me, I always say make a presence. If you go to the tournaments, give out shirts, talk about the game and stuff like that, that's them customers now. And they say, oh, I got a shirt. I can't wait till the game come out. And they start talking to their friends and stuff.
E-
That's promotion and
Even pins, even little those little those little bags that have the little like almost shoestrings almost, but they're not shoestrings. But you know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
It's like a little sack, but it has strings on it that you can wear as like almost a backpack. But it's not really like a full fledged on black backpack. You know what I'm saying?
That's,
I'll send you a picture of what I'm talking about. But it's like a little sack that has a drawstring at the top, and it has two like little black round little strings that go over the shoulders. But yeah,
oh
like
yeah, I know.
yeah, just give out some of those with your logo on it or whatever, name of the game or whatever. They don't cost much. You can get them for on the cheap, man.
Yeah.
because I mean, people can throw they can throw like gloves or whatever in that in those little bags. And hell, like or even try to come up with a little corner kit with logos on it. You know what I'm saying?
Put put your logo on a bucket. They
Yeah,
can't.
yeah, like a but yeah, like a yeah, so they can put all the stuff in the for the corner. I mean that man, I don't know why nobody's doing that because there's a lot of tournaments, man. There's a lot of tournaments that are out there.
That's why I said people can't say boxing is dying. When you see 400, you don't think about that one day. 400 box.
And that was a was that a Team USA thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I try to stay in contact with them, but then it seemed like they're basically like, you stand in contact with us, but let us know that something's gonna really represent us.
Yeah, they just don't want to just waste their time. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. What else, man? What else? But yeah,
That I
the
know what you talk about. Get into it.
no, no, no. Not even that. Not even what we was talking about last night. Um, but I seen something on the well, one thing we didn't talk about at all. We didn't talk about at all. Um, any boxing fans know uh Chad Dawson?
Oh,
Chad Dawson is
yeah,
actually having a fight October 11th for the WBC NBC title. Um,
yeah.
most people might not have heard of that title. I've never heard of that title.
Me
But it is
neither.
it is a WBC title. Uh, and it's the WBC, like I said, WBC NBC light heavyweight title. This is my first time ever hearing it.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's NSNBC, something like that. Cause I got
nah. I think it was the W. Let me see. Let me double check. Let me double check.
yeah, it's WBC, but NSBC, something like that. I think it's an S.
Oh, US NBC.
Yeah,
Yeah, WBC US NBC. That's what it was. Uh, yeah, he's gonna be fighting October 11th, which is in 2 days. Um, oh, and who is he fighting? Uh, he is fighting Dennis Grasanovich, Gracevich.
what's his record look?
Uh,
Well, he got 17 losses.
yeah, it wasn't looking too great. No, 19-8.
Yeah, I see what they're doing with Chad Dawson. He's a name. He's a title holder. He's real good. They're trying to build him back up. For somebody to fight. He
Well,
get a check.
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Chad Dawson. Well, Chad Dawson was the name before Adonis Stevenson.
Yeah,
Hold up.
yeah.
Was it Pascal
I,
that beat him? Was it,
now you got me thinking.
hold up. Was it Pascal that
I
beat him?
think
I'm on Boxing Rank right now. Hold on. Let me see.
I know Adonis Stevens beat him.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah. John
Pascal too,
John Pascal beat him.
and he lost twice to Adonis Stevens, right?
He lost. He
Or they
lost
they
to John Pascal, right? And he lost everything to John Pascal. Uh, did he get it back? But who did John Pascal lose to? Because he
he a
fought
title holder now.
who? Yeah, Pascal is. Yeah, but I'm saying this is way back in 2010 though.
Yeah.
It's 2010. John Pascal lost to somebody because
Didn't he fight Bernard Hopkins, right?
Pascal, yeah, but see, he also had the IBO, and when Bernard Hopkins beat him, I think he only had the WBC, and then
I know.
Chad Dawson fought Bernard Hopkins. They had the no contest because he threw Dawson threw him down, landed on his shoulder, and I think Bernard Hopkins was acting on that fight, and then he fought him
Yeah.
again, and then he won. And then right after that, he fought Andre Ward for the super middleweight titles, lost, and then he fought Adonis Stevenson, and then he actually got a TKO when he fought Andre Ward because I think he was just weight trained.
Yeah.
I think he was just weight trained. He should have never did that fight, honestly. Um, and then he fought Adonis Stevenson, and he got knocked out in the first round. Uh, and then he came back and fought George Blades, won that one by knockout. He lost to Tommy something, Kaspari, Conspiracy. I don't know his name, Conspiracy or whatever. He lost to that one in a split decision. He had two wins after that, a loss and a win, and now he's fighting for uh, the vacant WBC USNBC light heavyweight title. Which, how do you feel about that? Like what? Like I've never heard of this title. You've never heard of this title.
But my thing is like I was saying, they giving people like him because he was a champion at one time. Let him
It,
get that title, then sets him up to fight somebody else.
hell,
Then
you
like
know
he got this
what?
big name on his.
Come to think about it, that can probably set it up for a Pascal too, a Dawson Pascal too, so they can have that second fight.
And I think they was trying to get that second fight. It never happened.
I think they were too, if I remember correctly. I think they were. Uh, but here's the other thing. He's 37, man. Do you think do you think he still has it at 37?
It's about wear and tear.
I don't think
I
he has
don't know.
I don't think he has that much wear and tear on him.
Yeah, that's because he ain't nobody beat him. Like beat on him or
The only okay,
them the kind of fights that
the
take
only
stuff out of you.
two fights that he had got some wear and tear was the Andre Ward fight, but he went down in weight.
Mm.
And then the Adonis Stevenson, he got knocked out in the first round.
So that's now if he got knocked out, constantly, been getting beat on, that's when the wear and tear come. And he
Yeah.
let himself stay off for a while to heal. A lot of boxers don't do that.
Yo, but he did get a TKO loss against Fonfara.
What where these guys at though? These guys disappear after they beat somebody.
Yeah, Fonfara
Ever.
is inactive. The last fight that he had was back in 2018. Um, and this was from, let's say, Ishmaela Shahala, I think his name is. And that was a TKO win. And then before that one, uh, it was Adonis Stevenson, and he knocked out Fonfara. And then TKO Chad Dawson, and then Joe Smith Jr. TKO loss. Where's Joe Smith?
Yeah, it's a lot of guys. I'm like, yo, where are they? When you say their names, then I'm like, God, where is?
Oh wait, Joe Smith actually fought Dimitri Bivol. I heard this name. Who did he just fight?
Oh, he about to fight for a
Yeah,
title.
yeah.
Just looking.
He's
See, they
fighting
don't be advertising.
this the the 12th, or is that 12th? Yeah, that's the 12th.
That's Saturday.
Is that Saturday? Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, yo, isn't what he called fighting the 12th? Um, Usyk?
I think. Oh, that's another one I want to talk
Isn't
about.
yo,
I
is
think
Usyk
Usyk
fighting?
does fight because they've been trying to find an opponent, and they like grab opponents. They say in the last minute, so I think Usyk because there's been a whole lot of talk about.
Well, that one guy, he got popped for a banned substance.
But he like he said, "Where's my B sample at?" He asked for it. He said, "I want see what's going to don't care about his B sample. It just mysteriously disappeared."
Who?
Um, from England, that
Oh, yeah. Oh man, it wasn't Tresora.
forgetting these jokers when I come on the show and I be just looking at.
I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
he talking about he fighting in December.
Yeah, what is that guy's name?
I hate not knowing this.
Because it's the other big name. It's the other two big names other than well, I should say other than the two big guys, which is Tyson Fury and AJ, and then there's Derek Chisora and blah. What's that guy's name?
See that bothers me not knowing this.
Dillian White.
Yeah, Dillian White. God, gone. I'm looking at the new school guys because I was looking at a list of the new up and coming guys.
Yeah,
This guy
Dillian
named
White.
Darmian Rock. You know, he's like a new star that everybody's talking about a little bit.
Yo, where's that one cat at? Where's that one guy? I think he was from the UK.
You
He's
talking
he.
about Dale Allen?
Oh, hold up. No, Joyce.
Oh, Joe Joyce. He fought on what last month or the month before last?
Did he?
Yeah,
Man, I
he
missed that.
knocked out whoever he fought.
I missed that, man.
Yeah, because they was trying to get him to fight Luis Ortiz, and I think that would have been a bad fight for him. But Joe Joyce, he got to get moving because he's an old. Basically, he was just starting, and he like what 32,
34.
33.
34.
Yeah, see, that's good. How many fights?
Bryant Jennings.
Oh, he beat my boy.
Yeah,
See,
Bryant.
Brian Jennings, he take too many hard fights back to back to back. To me, back in back in the old days, if you had a hard fight, you take a breather.
Yeah.
It's basically getting your confidence back up. Like, all right, I'm all right now. Let me get this other. But he just going. He say I'm fighting all championship people that I know. He want to look good against somebody major.
Yeah. But he's up there too. He's up
Yeah,
there in age for a heavyweight, but I mean he hasn't. Let's see, unanimous. He went the distance with Klitschko. TKO with Ortiz. I think he just might not have it for the championship level. I think he might be that prospect.
yeah. He's not to me. He's not big enough,
He might be that.
because a lot
He's
of
he's
heavyweights
that he's the
nowadays they
stepping
big.
stone. He's that stepping stone.
The gate.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Usyk. You said you wanted to talk about Usyk.
Oh yeah, he he had his fight fell through. They got had five um standby, and
Well,
now they got
Chaz
Chad.
Witherspoon.
Yeah, that's Tim Witherspoon's son,
Yeah. See,
and he hasn't fought in I think what about a year,
nah,
if I'm not mistaken.
he fought back in March,
Still,
March 23rd this year.
I don't see when you fighting at that level. It's like they trying to get him the most easy Usyk, the most easiest fight possible
You think that's an
coming
easy
back.
fight though?
Who?
You think Witherspoon's an easy fight?
Yeah. Usyk, yeah. The only thing about with Usyk is going to be a small heavyweight.
See,
Even
hold
though
on,
he
hold on.
fought,
Okay, wait a minute, wait a minute. So you're telling me I'm not talking about what names on his record, but he's 38 with 29 knockouts and 3 losses. That's gonna be easy fight for him.
yeah.
And
It's Usyk.
he's
It's
standing at six
Usyk.
four though. But I mean he's no slouch though. I mean he's not no yo. He's knocking people out.
Yeah, but the fights that I seen him, I wasn't really impressed with him. In the fights that he did, it's like little thing. Like you're Tim Witherspoon's son. You should be knocking. Knocking. People should know who you are. Like really know who you are. Like man, you digging, and we know. I knew of him when he first came out, but
Yeah,
that's me being that boxing fan.
I don't see any names on his list though. I don't see any big names. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like the only two big names that I see on his resume. Hold up, I had another one, didn't I? Actually, I only see one name, and that's really not even a big name. I mean, I guess you can call it a big name. He was a big name at one point. Chris Ariola.
Yeah, Ariola, he's dang.
Yeah, I mean Chris Ariola. I just think he's just not. I think he had his time. There's no. I don't think he's not a bad fighter, but I just think he's not at the point where he used to be, because
Yeah,
he was a nightmare for a lot of people. I mean that was his name, but
yeah.
yeah, I don't see any I don't see any names, man.
And that's basically what I'm trying to say. Usyk gonna probably stop him within 5 rounds, and that's what they want. Usyk to get a good fight that he could stop somebody. He look good,
See, but okay, look at he what do you call it has only been knocked out twice.
and that's if Usyk knock him out, that's a good look. That's what they're making on Usyk looking good. They say that's their cash cow.
Why does this name sound familiar? Seth Mitchell,
So he's like a journeyman.
Jonathan Banks.
He lost to Jonathan Banks.
He lost once and won once, but that was like 2013. I mean, he's actually like retired, so well, he's inactive.
Yeah, he a trainer. He a trainer. That's who's training Triple J.
Seth Mitchell?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Jonathan Banks.
No, no, no. Uh, so yeah, I don't like. I'm looking at like he got knocked out by Seth Mitchell, and I don't. That was a TKO. So you never know what that could have been. You know, that could have been too many punches. It could have just been. I mean, there's a couple of things that
Quick.
could have been. Yeah, and he got knocked out by who the hell is this? Tony Thompson.
Oh yeah, Tony Thompson was, good, was pretty good. He was a good journeyman. He beat a couple of good guys, decent guys. Tony Thompson, he was like one of the guys, old, dangerous.
Yeah, he's. I mean, he has a decent record, but journeyman he is. He got knocked out by Tony Thompson and a disqualification loss to Chris Ariola. All of his other fights have been almost not all knockouts. Almost like he's got what 8 fights that are like 9 fights that haven't been in knockouts. But once again, there's no names there, so it's kind of a
Yeah,
toss up.
he was carefully chose. I got to look at this fight that because Splong said that Eddie Hearns tried to remove him from the fighting at all. They didn't want him to fight Usyk at all. I
Wow.
never heard of. I probably seen the name and didn't even really pay no mind when he
Yeah.
said Eddie Hearns.
Um. Next thing, man, I wanted to talk about. Well, how do you see you see Usyk get him out before 5? Is that what you said?
About five.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I'm
But
just
then
looking at
again,
I'm
then
looking at the guy's record. That's all.
yeah.
I'm just looking at the guy's record and I'm like, I ain't never seen Chaz actually fight. I know him. I know him because of his dad and stuff, you know. But uh, I never really see. I might have seen him fight. Might have seen him fight. I might have seen that Areola fight. But uh, I mean, he's kind of a big heavyweight. Not well. I mean, he's 6'4". You know, Usyk's only 6'3". So I think this is a good litmus test. That's what I think. It's a person that has power, obviously, because he has 29 knockouts in his 41 bouts. Um, so he's not he has a punching chance. He has a very good punching chance. Um, do you think Usyk can? I know Usyk was fighting light. I mean cruiserweight. Do you think that he's going to stand up to the heavyweight power? Because there is a difference, slight difference in power wise.
Oh yeah. I know it's a difference, but it depends on how Usyk fights. I don't think. I mean, I think Usyk has to be more defensive. You know, with his thoughts because he can fight. To me, he's like the Lomachenko of now the heavyweight.
Yeah, that's how everybody's looking at him.
because he got movement and everything. So I'm thinking his thing gonna be he gonna try to break people down from the body on up. I think that's where he goes. What's gonna he look soft in the body like he never really had strong body, and I think that's what Usyk gonna focus on.
Chaz.
Yeah,
Yeah, he looks a little soft around that midsection. Now here's a question: could this be a test, power wise, for the likes of a Deontay Wilder or uh, I wouldn't even. I don't. You know what? I might get some mess for this, or get some crap for this. I just don't see AJ as a power puncher though.
yeah, I do.
I
It's
don't.
because that's what saved him. This power saved him in most of his fights.
I think I don't see him as a like a deep power puncher. I don't.
Because when he fought Klitschko, that's what saved him. It wasn't
But
skill.
nah, hold on. Wait a minute. I have to disagree. The reason why I have to disagree is because what he called was tired. Klitschko was tired.
And that's one of the things Klitschko always suffered.
Right.
And
So
when
so to
what's
say
Manuel Stewart taught him to clinch and hold, AJ wasn't going for that.
so to say AJ had the power, was it really power? Or
But the
was it
see,
just him connecting right on a tired old fighter?
I think AJ because it's not like
Well,
Klitschko the
who
only one that he
who else
knocked out.
who else though?
People, so you gotta have some type of problem. You could drop somebody and they groggy and they got to get themselves back together.
But who hasn't dropped Trezora?
That's
I you know what I'm saying? Like people's dropped him. He's not like a person that hasn't been dropped. Povetkin, I mean, he got Povetkin out of there, didn't he? I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. That that
yeah, he
fight kind of
stopped him.
yeah, that fight kind of escapes my mind. Uh, but were you getting were you getting the Povetkin that is that is that who he's known for? That's what I'm saying. Like, is he a power puncher? Like, seriously, think about that.
That's kind of that's a good question, and it's kind of hard to answer because he drops people like Andy Ruiz.
Oh,
He
he
dropped them.
right. He dropped him, but he didn't put him out.
Yeah, but who put like you just said about nobody really put Andy Ruiz out. It's some he fought some punches.
Right, but that's not the first time. That's not the first time he's been down. Andrew Ruiz. I think as a pro, I think that's the first time he's been down, but that's not the first time he's been down. Is what I'm saying. Like he's been there before.
Yeah, from a puncher.
Like I just don't. I think he's a solid puncher. I don't think he's a major hitter. Based based on his size, based on his look, he's not knocking people out that you would think. You look at him and it's like, yo, this dude's collapsing people, and he's really not. What's up? What's up, BK? We're just talking about we're talking about how I feel that AJ's not a big power puncher. He has some power in him, but he's not like a super knockout artist. Poetic is
Yeah, that's why I always say
Poe
that
saying the opposite, but I just don't. I kind of don't. I like I said, I don't see it. I think he's on par. I just don't see him as a super knockout artist. Like when you think about knockout artist, give me some names. Power
see
punchers,
see when
knockout
you
artists in
see
the heavyweight division.
Deontay Wilder, he changed your everybody whole perspective of
Right,
what a knockout punch is.
because he brought that back though.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
brought the Tyson era back.
Needed that.
He brought that back, and that's what I'm saying. Um, you know, Deontay Wilder, Tyson. Yeah, but what are those names? You know what I'm saying? You can argue a lot of those names. Same thing and here's another thing. Same thing with Deontay Wilder. BK says 22 wins, 21 knockouts. Um, but the same thing you can argue about Wilder too. Is like who has he fought? Who has he knocked out? But he has dropped like he dropped what do you call it? I don't know how the hell Tyson Fury got up from that knockdown. Don't know it. But um it's like you have to look at these things.
Yeah, I, I understand how you saying it, but he you got to look at his record. He's basically you want to say his percentage is high for
Yeah,
this era.
for yeah, his knockout percentage is high, but I'm saying he's not like he doesn't possess that
One punch
that
KO
one
power.
punch KO. I'm saying he has power. Yes, but he doesn't have he's not known for like he's going to put you out. And that's I think that's more of his style though. Like he kind of breaks you down to knock you out.
Yeah,
And and I'm not saying that he's got no power. And yeah, he's got 21 KOs, but how long did those fights go
yeah,
in those
cause
21
cause them
KOs?
cause them KOs could be TKOs, cause they a TKO is a KO.
Right, but it's not a I'm talking about I'm gonna knock you out flat like a Dominic Brazil getting knocked out by
Wow.
Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Like those that's a knockout to me. TKOs, yeah, okay, they're KOs, but they're not to me. They're not really. It's not really KOs. Like a ref, like okay, just for instance, Andy Ruiz beat Joshua by TKO. Did he knock out Anthony Joshua? No, he didn't knock him out. The ref stopped it. So that like you can argue Dillian White. Okay, who hasn't knocked out? Who hasn't knocked down or KO'd Dillian White? Dominic Brazil. Dominic Brazil. Uh, who has Dominic Brazil fought? Other than the two big name heavyweights. Klitschko. Klitschko. He knocked out in the 11th round. Povetkin. When did he knock out Povetkin in the 8th or ninth round? Carlos Takam. How long did that fight go? Dillian White beats Wilder. Are you hearing this?
I don't know why people keep saying that. You know what that is to me? That's a bias. That's a
I think
bias.
that's a biased
Assumption.
UK thing.
Yeah, that's very biased. I
I
see.
I
Deontay Wilder knocking him out within three.
yeah, I don't I can't see White beating Wilder. I
Okay.
can't. I can't.
And they keep saying Luis Ortiz is old and all that. Why hasn't Dillian White? Why hasn't AJ? Why haven't no one fought an old man? Because they fear that he's dangerous. Everybody can make a billion excuses. Oh, you're old man. Who is Luis Ortiz? Someone that the top three are kind of scared of. Even Tyson Fury has avoided Luis Ortiz.
Hands down, Wilder beats AJ. Hands down. Hands down.
Yeah, I see him not.
The reason being is what he to me. A lot of people might have said it. I think I heard some other people say it, but AJ does not move his head. Like I don't know.
He's right there.
He's just right there,
He's right.
always right there. That's how what he caught him. I just don't see. I just don't see. And another thing too. Another reason why Wilder will beat AJ um, is because if he gets past this Andy Ruiz fight, which I really don't see him getting past Andy Ruiz because I think that loss really got to him.
And he gonna be trying too hard and set himself up.
BK says AJ takes shots and Wilder will sleep him. Definitely, definitely. The way I see, since we're on the heavyweight thing, there's another fight that I want to get into. Uh, um, Another thing that I found interesting that I seen on social media and stuff. But the way I see the heavyweight the heavyweight what do you call it doing? AJ beat who? Oh, Ruiz? AJ's gonna beat Ruiz? Nah, man, I don't see it. Well, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that. And I'm gonna get your opinion on this too, Poe. But the way I see it, and it's kind of changing now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. But the way I'm seeing the heavyweight division, how it's gonna play out, the AJ fight. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. Like everybody's saying, Reese is gonna beat him. What do you think? You think Reese is gonna beat AJ again?
See, the only thing that got me kind of I don't know because the zone saying what the heck is Eddie Hearns doing? We can make more money in America than being out there because they want this fight here. So they putting it in a place. I think Eddie Hearns put it in a place that kind of secure. If he don't get knocked out, it's like AJ automatically wins. Do you agree with that?
Hold on, say that again. Say the last part again.
I said if it go to the scorecards, right, out there in Saudi Arabia, and Eddie Hearns all buddy buddy with the Emirates of Saudi Arabia that's putting up the fight and the money and everything, they could give it to AJ if it go to the scorecard.
That's what I would be worried about. That's what
Yeah.
I would be worried about. Now the other thing that I'm worried about. BK says for real, AJ had problems, and Reese is gonna get slept. I don't know about that one, man. Uh,
People keep saying like Andy Ruiz a bum.
Yo,
He's
he
not a bum
yeah
fighter.
yeah he's an excellent boxer with a great fucking excuse my language.
Amateur career. He
Yeah,
only had 5 losses out of what? I think
three.
105 fights or something like that.
I don't. I got to look at I thought it was more than that.
Yeah, it could be more, but that's a lot of fights. Shit, I wish I had that many amateur fights. I only had 30.
Yeah, I would have to look into it. I thought he had uh more amateur fights. I'm trying to find it real quick. Uh, and that fight that had against Parker, I think he won that fight.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, you can argue that he won that fight. Yeah, 105 and 5. That was his amateur record.
That's what I'm saying. People be sleeping on. He had way more fights than Deontay Wilder and AJ put together in an amateur.
Yeah, so okay, how I see it, like this is what I personally have an issue like I'm torn with. If Andy Ruiz comes in focused and everything, I see him beating it. I see him beating Anthony Joshua. Um, I see it if Andy Ruiz is not distracted from everything else that's going on, and I'm talking because he's living this life now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what worries me. Nothing else, but it's this new fame.
He's like doing like a Mayweather early. He's doing too much too early.
I that's what worries me about everything. I'm not doubting his ability. I'm doubting his mental focus. That's could he beat? Does he beat him? Does he beat him if he's focused? Every time, I believe. Uh, it would it would take him going in the very late rounds for AJ to beat him. Uh, that's just his stamina. I mean, I'm not saying he don't have stamina because he has some great stamina for a big guy. Um, but that's the only way I could see AJ beating him is taking him in late, and because AJ has proven that those those later fights where he gets people out of there.
Yeah.
Um, I see if Andrew Ruiz comes in focused and not distracted from all the glitz and the glamour and the fame, I see him beating Joshua. I see Deontay Wilder taking out Ortiz. Not saying Ortiz is a bum or anything. I think that he's got his number.
It's just that's a it's always a scary fight to me. Every
It,
time he fight, because everybody's like, yeah, he gonna knock out Ortiz, but Ortiz has a high knockout
yeah, he does. He
percentage
does.
too, and it's like scary.
He does. But here's the thing: he hasn't been active. I don't think he's been active. If I
Not as active as Deontay Wilder.
right. So with that being that said, what do you call it is uh more sharpened. Let me just double check. I don't think he hasn't been as active as Wilder.
I think Ortiz fought 5 or 6 months. Could have been. because he was negotiating. He was trying to fight Dillian White.
Christian Hammer fought in March. Christian Hammer. Christian Hammer is 24 and 14, or 24 and 6. That my bad. 24 and 6 with 14 knockouts,
That was
and he went the distance with Ortiz.
yeah, but look at the distance between that fight when he got that fight, because it was a while before he even fought. But they say take a fight and stay busy. Them long stretches.
See, he fought in March of 19, December of 18, July of 18. Yeah, I just don't like he's been less active, man.
Yeah, that's too long of a stretch.
Um, and then I see what do you call it not making the fight, the Tyson Fury Wilder fight, and I see Andrew Ruiz and Wilder fighting.
Oh,
That's the way I see it. And then going back to, and I think what he called will get Andy Ruiz out of there. I think Wilder will get Andy Ruiz out of there.
how about because I heard Eddie Hearn's trying to push for Usyk to fight and
Usyk to fight Andy Ruiz?
yeah, that's what Eddie Hearn say he trying to do, get Usyk a title. He's gonna be like next in line for a title fight. He basically like saying, but I'm saying that it's basically you saying that AJ might lose or is going to lose.
Yeah, yeah. Um, my bad, BK. My what do you call it got disconnected somehow. How do I connect this back, man? My my what do you call it got got disconnected on my live stream here, but I'm looking at it on my phone. Um, BK says no scorecards, no card, what no scorecards needed. Andy Reese is going to sleep. AJ mad now. Nah, I just don't think so, man. I don't think so. Tyson Fury. He said Tyson Fury beats them all. Now,
Why people so hung up on Tyson Fury? It
oh,
seemed like
yo,
Tyson Fury not really into boxing.
wait. Speaking of that, yo, did you see the thing I sent you on Twitter?
Yes,
Yo, why is Tyson Fury still in the WWE, man? Why is he in there again?
because he's setting himself up for what could happen after his career.
Yo,
And I know he's gonna try to blame that. He's gonna try to blame that on
on a
if he
loss,
don't look good.
yeah, I don't know, man. I like okay. Look, this is what I see with Tyson and AJ, both of them. With AJ, I think I still don't think he's figured out why he lost. I don't.
You you said Fury don't figure out how
No,
he
no,
lost.
no. AJ.
Oh yeah.
If I said Fury, I my bad. I did it. But getting on
Because
US TV.
AJ trying to say that he didn't quit and it was the referee and stuff. When you hold yourself up with them rope, that and you not walking out when the referee waiting for you to come out, that means
Yeah,
that you
he
quit.
wasn't there. Like he was off somewhere else. He was off
Yeah,
somewhere else.
cause what's gonna hit him? Messed up his equilibrium. That punch that he hit him with, he couldn't. That's why he kept
Uh,
falling
well,
so easy.
well, the rumor mill, and it's just strictly rumors, was that he got dropped in sparring by
Oh,
oh
by
what was
Joy DeWick.
yeah. That name slipped my mind for a
Oh,
second
you
there.
heard about Joey DeWeco? He wanted to fight Usyk, and Eddie Hearns played him out.
Yeah,
Said Eddie Hearns didn't really want him to fight. Like I was saying earlier, he don't want Usyk to really have a dangerous fight. But Usyk is a cruiserweight um series champion.
hmm.
Usually when somebody come out of that, they usually fight hard competition.
See, but hold up. BK says Usyk is the WBA Mando. How could that like? Oh, man, see
They trying to break up the titles. They
this
trying to
this is what I have a problem with, man. This is what I have a big problem with. This man is even like he's not even fought in heavyweight, and how is he a mandatory?
yeah, that don't make.
Makes no sense. Makes none.
I can see if he fought heavyweight, at least one or two fights, but all right, he mandatory because usually you get that mandatory because you were a champion.
I just I that's why I have a problem with a lot of these sanctioning bodies, man. It's like they just throw people in there just because it's a name, and it's like, man, let's be real.
It's about
Right,
money.
right. He's a WBA. He was a WBA cruiserweight,
What they got to do heavyweight?
but what that yeah, what does that have to do with heavyweight? Like to
He
me,
actually had all the titles in cruiserweight.
yeah, he was undisputed if I
Yeah,
remember
had
correctly.
all the titles plus the other alphabets.
Um, like just because you were in a lower weight and you held the title there and you move up, you should have at least one or two fights because there's other people in that division uh, that have been fighting and been active and that have proved themselves. Like he hasn't even proved himself in heavyweight.
You get an easy guy, then you get one of the top 10 or top 5. Then you fight for a title.
Yeah, you get your feet wet, you get a top five, and then you get your title. That's the way I see it. Yeah, but see that middleweight thing that he said if he was middleweight he would be the mandatory for super middleweight. Um, that whole middleweight thing, man. I all these weight classes I never liked. I never
But
liked.
I can kind of understand it, especially with today. Middleweight from back in the days compared to a middleweight nowadays are much stronger. You can get killed easier now than you did back in the days.
I think it's made it easier for people.
So you think if it was just the original
Right.
weight classes was
It would weed out
6 week,
it would weed out a lot of fakes.
it'd be a lot of people injured real fast. Boxing just too strong. I can vouch for that. From me boxing and training, I
But
knocked out a friend and I messed up his career
but
from sparring.
but here's the thing. Some people are not meant for that weight. Like let's say a Manny Pacquiao, right?
Yeah,
There's no way in hell Manny Pacquiao is going to be a middleweight, and he's just too small. So either you take your chances and gaining that weight, or let's say his body matured into that weight. You know what I'm saying? Because as the years you start it's getting harder and harder for you to cut that weight and to lose the weight.
Yeah.
Um, and let's say he just can't compete. He can't make the welterweight, and he can't compete in the middleweights. Then that's your career, and that's how a lot of heavyweights. I'm not heavyweights, but the way the weight classes used to be, that it's a proving ground, and it's skill based. Like there's a lot of big welterweights that shouldn't be welterweights, but they know if they went up to middle, they would get killed.
Yeah, too small. Like Earl Spence,
Yeah,
middleweight,
I don't like
he
these.
might not make it.
I don't like the juniors and the supers. I don't like the juniors and the supers. Weight wise, I don't. I never did. I think it's like and it might be controversial for some people, but it's like with everything that's going on in our world right now with the identities, right? People identifying as this, people identifying as that. If you see males that were athletes and then they move over to women's sports because they identify as women and they start breaking records, that's a problem. And that's how I see the juniors and the supers. It's like you're not good enough to be in a like a straight middleweight, but you have these little in betweeners, and they're not as good to be in to fight at a high level in middleweight and to fight at a high level in welterweight. So you got these juniors, and
So where do they fit?
you,
That's the
go
thing.
go
They're
either you
good.
either you make the weight that you're trying to go for, and you try to compete there, or you don't fight, or you just become a prospect. It's all these like in betweeners, man. I just don't see it. BK says Usyk beats Joe Joyce. I think that would be a good fight, man. Honestly,
That should have been
that should have
if
been
you
that
want
should
to
have been
be
a fight.
honest.
That should have been a
That
fight.
should have been the first fight.
That should
A
be
second
that should
second fight.
be either the first or second fight, realistically. I think the second fight. Uh, I think Joy Joyce is like right
And
now the way his career is right now. He's kind of a stepping stone. He's kind of that gatekeeper almost because he's that big guy. He's not a big name yet, and they're not as push they're not pushing him as hard, and I don't know why because his age is like, man, I don't know why they're not pushing him. Oh, he
yeah, but they
beat
fought in the
he
amateurs.
beat he beat yeah he beat Joe Joyce. Yeah, but that was how long ago?
Amateurs.
Yeah.
You can't really you can't go by amateurs. I seen jokers that beat somebody in the amateurs and get tore up in the pros. Pros and amateurs, two different
Look
fighting
at look at
gloves, everything.
look at and this is a bad example. This is a horrible example, but I'm gonna use it anyways. Look at the guy uh that fought Roy Jones in the amateurs that won the gold medal.
Yeah.
His boxing career after was almost non-existent. Like I think he had like think a couple fights if I remember correctly. I think it was less than 7, and it was like a I think maybe 9. I think it was like a 5-4 or something like that record. World Boxing Super Series. You said he fought. Did you hear me on that? No, that would have been a pro ranking, right?
What? But what? What you
In
talking
the
about?
in the World Boxing Super Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not. He hasn't. He didn't beat. He didn't fight Joe Joyce in the.
Oh, he talking about the amateurs. They got like a series like
Oh
amateurs.
yeah, in the amateurs. Yeah.
Cause they didn't fight no. Cause that's like what about a couple of years ago. That's when they stopped with the head against stuff. If you didn't know that they changed the rules, you would think it's an actual pro fight. But now the amateurs, it's up to the body, the amateur body, if you want to use headgear or not.
Yeah, but the World Series of Boxing is that's not that would that's not a pro thing. Because if that was a pro thing, then Usyk would have been 2-0 when he first started. And
No, they got a World Boxing Super Series.
no, this is the World Series of World Series Boxing.
Oh yeah, that's amateur. That's definitely.
Yeah, that's not that's not pro. Um, but that's the way I see the heavyweight falling out. Um, I think that it will end up the all the belts will end up with Wilder. And then Wilder will go fight Fury again, and that will be the mega fight. That's the way I would love to see it. That's the way I see it. Um,
I'm just not thinking Fury is like really undecided what he really want to do with his career. It's like he all over the place
what he,
with this
BK
fame.
BK says something that's true. Um, he's getting on US TV, but the only thing I see about that is yeah he's getting on US TV, but that kind of keeps him away from things. That kind of I think that diminishes focus. It could diminish
This
focus.
this a good example. Most Cubans that were great, exceptional amateur boxers, when they come to America, all of that goes away because they get instilled into American ways. There was quite a few Cubans that came here and they didn't live up to their potential because they got Americanized.
Look at what's his name, man. Look at look at he fought no Lomachenko. What is his name? Rigo, Rigo, Rigondeaux,
Oh yeah,
Rigondeaux. Yeah, man. Like, look at him. Where is he?
he just recently fought well like a
Yeah,
month
but
or two ago.
after he stopped, after that no mas, his name is gone.
Yeah, it's like they just
Yo,
I hate to
listen.
say they, but
One Cuban fighter. There's one Cuban fighter that I love, still love to this day, and I still to this day think he beat Canelo. I think he outboxed Canelo. I think he just beat Canelo all around the ring. Who am I talking about?
Like he always get confused the Puerto Rican champs with the Cuban.
Arislandi Laura.
Oh, damn. See, he don't fight enough no more for too many,
He
and
just had
it's
a. I
easy
think he
to
just had a fight not too long ago.
did.
I want to say he did.
These guys, they not like really getting that. That's like you saying, boxing is not promoting. Boxing basically hurting themselves by not promoting boxing like it should be. And my, you know how I'm about campaigning. A boxing game could be a great marketing and promotional tool. You know, boxing is like really shooting itself in the foot.
He fought. Guess this. He fought what he called his brother, Canelo's brother.
Oh yeah, it was it was some type of beef was going on with that fight.
Well, like I said, I think he beat Canelo. I honestly think he beat Canelo, dude. But then you have that. Then you have that. You have that Golden Boy might have bought the what he called, but I think he beat him, man. Honestly,
Yeah,
on like real talk, I think he beat him. He's not a knockout puncher. Yeah, he has 15 knockouts, but he's not a knockout puncher. Laura is not. He's a boxer, a straight boxer, and he has that amateur uh
stuff.
style.
See, that's what a lot of people they take away from a boxer
Yeah,
because they're not knocking people out, but they could box their tail off. But people don't. They're not intrigued by the boxing part. They're intrigued by the slugging
he didn't look
and
good.
the.
He didn't look good against Hurd though. Hurd, Jared Hurd.
But Jared Hurd is one of those fighters
Yeah,
that
yeah, no, Jared Hurd's Jared Hurd.
he's awkward.
Yeah. Um, BK says Devin Haney over in UK calling out Loma. Uh,
See, I can't see that fight,
I
and a
think
lot
it's.
of people they love Loma too much.
I think it.
I
I
can't
think.
take nothing from
Well,
Devin
listen.
Haney.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I can't take anything from Loma, but his last fight did not look good.
Yeah,
He didn't look good the last fight. So
but that came from being inactive too. He was injured too, right?
maybe
Yeah, he was injured,
that
but
sounds about right.
yeah,
Um, I'm torn on that one, BK. I think it might be a little bit too soon for Devin. I think it might be a little bit. Devin's good. Don't get me wrong, but I think it might be a little bit too soon. Just a little bit too soon.
I
Um,
want somebody like him to take on them young lions. See, they wait too long because Loma's not really young either.
nah. See, yeah, yeah. But I think Devin might need like, and I hate to say it, but like another 2 years. And but that puts Loma two years older.
Yeah, and he don't
So
need that.
so are we gonna get a super aged Loma at that point? Like that's
And that's what Devin Haney don't want because
right.
if the fight wait 2 years and he beat Loma, people gonna be like, oh, you wait till he got old.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. I'm kind of torn. I think I I think it's a little too soon though. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Um, but didn't Tank call out Loma?
He did, but you know how
But
Mayweather.
but Tank also has Tevin Farmer problems.
Yeah, that fight they took that fight off the table. Eddie Hearn said he don't even want to deal with it no more because they don't put their off up.
It
But
makes no
see, the
look.
thing
Listen,
about Eddie,
it makes no sense with that. It makes no sense with that. Tank Tank in his camp offered offered what he called 2 million. right?
Yeah.
And Farmer offered 5, and Tank didn't take it.
Because they want to control the narrative, and Mayweather's like, it has to be on my network and everything, and Eddie Hearn's like, no, it's gonna be on the zone, and we're controlling. And Mayweather, hold up, you trying to basically push me out?
And then what I wanted to this is the last one I wanted to get into. We went long with everything else. We didn't really talk about games or anything. But did you hear what he called moved up to 135? Um,
Oh,
uh, Gary Russell,
oh yeah, he's saying push
and
and get.
and he called out Tank.
I really don't know. See, a lot of things with Gary Russell is with the last years ago. We didn't never really because Gary Russell seemed like you fight once a year now.
But
Gary
nobody,
Russell's
but
not
hold, but
young either.
that's not Gary Russell's thing though. That's not Gary Russell's fault. Excuse me. That's not Gary Russell's fault. Gary Russell has been avoided, man. I feel. I mean, you
Yeah,
could.
but it should be a way that he could push the issue. See, a lot of fighters they fight their way into making the fans
I mean, he tried to with what's his name with
Santa Cruz.
yeah. And
What you think about that situation with Santa Cruz?
listen, I thought it was tasteful. Like, yeah, it should have ended up in a fight.
Yeah,
It should have ended up in a
he
fight.
basically he like begging people to fight, and he like kind of desperate, and he say, "I could have, It's a lot of things that people do is to promote themselves or try to make you react, your reaction. And Santa Cruz still didn't bite. He's not biting.
But that's it's like, why wouldn't you want to do that at that point? If all these people are feeling disrespected, right? All these people felt disrespected because of he was like, man, I can touch your dad, I can touch him, I can touch him. I could have put hands on him if I wanted to. Like he could have, Santa Cruz could have been like, all right, let's do this.
He
You
didn't
you
even address.
he
He
didn't even
didn't
he
even
didn't even
like.
yeah. And it's
Yeah,
like, why?
that's crazy.
Why wouldn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you have going on? Like, what's his next fight? Oh, he has Miguel Flores.
What's that in November, right?
Yeah. See, and that could be a reason, which makes me start to like kind of backtrack about Gary Russell though. Why was Gary Russell doing that? Was it really to get a Santa Cruz fight? Because Santa Cruz's fight's already signed. It's already been signed. When he did that, it was already signed.
See, my thing is he did that, and then he gonna go to the fight, and like basically, he basically to me he's like forced this, trying to force it.
But he already said he's going to 135.
Yeah, he's saying that, but I bet you be at that fight.
I mean, he can still play both. He can still play both. I would love to see either fight, either him and Russell and Santa Cruz, or him and Tank.
I think Tank.
You think Tank what?
I think. Tank,
You keep on cutting out.
I said I think Tank will beat him.
You think so?
Yeah, because Gary Russell just speed and Tank got speed and power.
Yeah, but does Tank really have defense?
Yeah, but Russell got to keep Tank off of him. That's the thing. Cause Tank gonna he gonna come for you.
See, okay. What kind of Gary Russell are we gonna get though? Are we gonna get Gary Russell that fought Lomachenko? Are we gonna get?
I think he don't changed a lot since. Because I would have liked to see a rematch in that just to see.
But see, he was hurt. He was hurt then too.
Yeah.
I think he had his hand problems. I think it was his hands.
See,
Uh,
I like the old school when people like,
right. But
all right, I'm gonna make sure
but
that you
here's
know I beat this person.
here's the thing. Here's the thing with Tank Davis is I feel I see him as a um, Adrian Broner.
No, I think you're a little more humble than Agent.
And no, I'm not talking about just like how he acts and all this, right? I'm not saying that, but I'm talking about his fighting and and where he could be versus where he's at. Adrian Broner was loudmouth. Oh, I'm a beat this. Anybody can get it. All this, right?
Yeah.
And then he ran up against a Maidana. We all
And
know
you
it.
know what
We
happened
all
with
know.
Adrian Broner? It was more discipline than anything.
Right.
Why did he go up that many weight classes? That's from not wanting to be disciplined in your training.
But Tank has that problem also. He missed weight remember he missed weight and he lost the title on one of the on the scales.
Yeah.
I think he did that twice. I think he did it back to back. If I remember, I know he did it once for sure. I want to say he did it twice back to back, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, I don't think him being around Adrian
And
Broner
and
is a good look.
it's not even about them being together, but it's about how I see their careers, the parallels in their careers. Like Tank is fighting like who? And Adrian Broner was doing the same thing until he went up in classes. That's when he got his losses. When he started fighting
Adrian Broner
top
fought
tier.
some good people, the title holders and everything. Don't were some good guys he fought.
But he was a bigger guy though, and that goes back to me when talking about the juniors and all this other stuff. He was Adrian Broner was still a bigger guy in that weight class when he was fighting at 130. He was fight,
Yeah.
he was still he was bigger than 130. Like is build wise, he shouldn't have like I don't think he should have been cutting that much weight. Could he? Yeah, he was, and he was beating people. But when he moved up into his natural weight, in a more natural weight, because he still had to cut some weight in his more natural weight, what did he do? He wasn't doing much. Okay, he beat Paulie Malignaggi, but an old Paulie.
I think it still has to do with Adrian Broner was disciplined. I think what's
It was
called more
discipline,
disciplined.
yeah. It was discipline, yeah. But he still didn't have the confidence though. He didn't have he didn't have he wasn't tested until he fought Maidana. And then after that, like he fought Maidana, he fought Porter, he fought who else did he fight? Who else did he fight? And I can't remember who else he fought. He fought some other names, but in those fights, he wasn't letting his hands go.
And you know why that was. Adana, when he dropped him, he said, "Hold up, I could be knocked out." So he played everything was ultra defensive.
Right, and
He
that's the way.
wasn't attacking.
I'm see when I first started seeing Adrian Broner, I seen him in the Tank stage where Tank is at right now. Like he's on, and now Tank is moved up to where Adrian Broner is when he started making these changes. And Tank, I see him. He's in that prove it stage. You see what I'm saying? He's in that stage where it's either make or break. It's either go the route of Adrian Broner or go the route of uh, a Mayweather. And I think that's detrimental to his career. Him trying to live in that Mayweather path if he's trying to do that way. I know he said differently before because he had that. Remember, he had that outs with them where he was talking bad about TMT, and he was trying to get. I think he was trying to get out of the contract, if I remember correctly. But I mean, who's Tank fought that anybody said, yo, he's gonna be that's gonna be a tough fight for him. You there?
Tank had Tank had didn't he grab like at least two belts from champ?
He
You looking it up?
I don't think he's a champ now. Let's see. He fought Ricardo Nunes. Let's see, WBA Super Feather. Is he? Let me see. I think Loma and Javante should fight.
You think Loma
I think
and
that I think that
Javante should fight?
I think that should be a proven.
Yeah, I think it's a fight, but they wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't think Mayweather's wanting that fight
And he wanted Javante wanted, but it's Mayweather.
because I think he called him out. I think Davis called him out.
Yeah, what you when we was talking about the Tyson Fury, I was saying that he's getting ready for his second career. It's like he's not focused, really not focused on boxing.
Yeah.
And that's what Wilder was saying. He said even though he said what he said about Tyson Fury stepping to the side, he said he think he's gonna do it on his own.
You think Tyson Fury is going to step to his side?
I think he's gonna do it on his own because with the wrestling stuff,
Yeah, he
or he gonna
might.
use his eye.
See, this is
Use
what
his
I
eye.
don't understand about, like, you got the featherweight, right? Gary Russell's a
Uh,
champion. He's a WBC champion. How come nobody's tried to get that belt from him? How come the WBC is not giving him a mandatory?
yeah, that it's like they don't enforce that. That's what be making me think that behind the scenes somebody putting money in pocket.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Javante is no champion.
Oh yeah, he lost the belt. Yeah.
He lost the belts on the scale, and he moved up to 135. I want to say he lost the belts twice. He won the fights, but he didn't get the belts. I want to say. I could be wrong though. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I know one fight. Sure, I know skill.
You know, it'd be a good fight, but I think what you know, it'd be a good fight regardless. Javante Davis versus Mikey Garcia.
Oh yeah, I never heard of that. Putting no nobody putting that up on.
Why not? Why not?
I'm just I'm just nervous with Mikey stand trying to hover at 47
Yeah, he doesn't need to. He needs to go back down.
or at least in the middle 42.
140.
I mean, yeah,
Um, yeah. See, look at Javante Davis, 2017, missed weight for the IBF, forfeits the IBF title. He came in 2 pounds too heavy, and then Tevin Farmer, not Terrence, Tevin Farmer, actually got that belt from a
oh
from a
yeah,
vacant.
that's that. Because I remember they was arguing about. I'm gonna tell Farmer just should go ahead and fight. And I'm shocked. The mandatory. Why they not making that a mandatory for them to fight?
Because I think he missed weight though. I think that's the reason. I think if they I don't quote me on any rules on this, but I think if they miss weight, then they kind of pass you up because he missed weight in 2007, 2017, I mean, 2017, and then he also missed weight. Hell, he might have missed weight 3 times. Because he was supposed to fight on the McGregor card, the
With
Mayweather.
the Floyd, right?
Yeah, I want to say that might have been. It might have been back to back. but I could be wrong. I know in 2017 he missed it, but as of right now, he don't hold no belts. Andrew Kensikio holds the WBA. Miguel something, I don't know. I can't pronounce that last name. Berchelletti holds the WBC. Tevin Farmer IBF, and Herring holds the WBO.
And Heron supposed to be getting rid of. I don't know who.
Yeah, I seen his training, but there's a woman's fight happening, fighting on the Canelo card. Um, Serrano?
Oh, it's the other sister, or is this the
No,
one
no,
that just
this
fought?
this is super bad. What is her name? Uh, it's I'll tell you right now. I'm pulling it up right now. Oh, I just seen it last night. Oh, was it last night? Where's
So
this
it's
morning?
not one of the Seriano sisters.
Uh, since Estrada. Oh, my bad. Hold up. Is it Estrada? Oh, my bad. It's not Serrano.
You
S-
looked at it the
Seri-
same way I did. I was like,
Seriana. That's what I was get. That's where I got mixed. Seriana Estrada. Seriana
yeah,
Superbad Estrada versus Marla Esparza.
yeah, I saw that. I said the same thing you was. Then I looked at it again. I said, hold up, it's not Seriano.
Yeah, because I was like, what? I looked at it. I was like, oh, okay, all right. And then I seen her. I was like, hold up, that's not the sister. I was like, that's not her. And yeah, but yes, they're fighting on the undercard. Um, got some good records, man. They got some good records. Uh, Seriana Estrada, 17-0 with 7 KOs. Uh, Marlon Esparza, 7-0 with 1 KO. So, um, and there's supposed to be some bad blood in between them.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Is what's going with the 17-1 record, right?
Hmm.
And she was your fighter. Would you let her fight somebody 17-0 like that?
You hold on. Say that again.
If I forget her name, seven
Esparza,
and one.
she's 7-0 with 1 KO.
Yeah. Would you let her fight somebody 17-0?
Yeah.
I can't. Cause she's seven and for one as a female boxer. You gotta put that in, because I know how females could be emotional, but
Yeah,
can
but
make them or break them.
but you look at I like Seriana Estrada. I like Seriana Superbad Estrada. I like her. Um, she's 17 and 0 with 7 KOs. Now you look at that, right? Look at the KO ratio versus how
And
many
what's
how many bouts she
seven
has.
seven? How many knockouts does what's going on with the seven?
She has one knockout in
And
seven
it,
in
that
in, in
one
seven
knockout.
fights.
Yeah, that
but the other girl has 17 knockouts. I mean 7 knockouts in 17 fights. So it's like what's that ratio? Like one fight
But
every.
you always got to look at this experience. Now, if I had a person that was had 13 fights and 6 losses, yeah, I'll throw them, let them fight because that experience. Now, if I got a person that's 7 with 1 KO, what kind of background does she have besides that? Because she fighting somebody with 17 wins. That means a lot. And 7 KOs. That still means she there might be TKOs. She probably beat somebody and they just quit on her. I would take that into consideration. So I remember the fights they used to try to give me when I was boxing as a pro. They said, yeah, somebody 34. No, how many fights did the guy have? 24-10, and I'm just going into turning pro. Nah,
Okay, but what's the background though?
what you mean? It still equates to experience. I even heard like sitting down talking to guys, trainers. They said, nah, that don't make no sense because a lot of people look at the win loss ratio, but win and loss ratio still means it's experience.
Okay, but Estrada's never fought amateur.
Neither one of them. I mean, both
No,
one of them did fight amateur.
one of them did fight amateur. One of them is an Olympian. The one that's 7-0 with one knockout is an Olympian.
See, now that kinds of makes it a like because she's Olympian. All right,
And and,
that's
and
she
her
have
and her
experience,
amateur record is 68-15 with 5 KOs.
but that's experience. Yeah. Now that's the perspective that I'm getting.
Right. So that's why I say like because I seen as far as that I'm like yeah I would put her up against it because she has like I'm familiar with these two girls.
The experience means a lot. And that's what I didn't have that background.
See, because Estrada um just fought pro. She went straight pro, and
So
she
she basically getting her
yeah she's getting it's on
learning on the job.
exactly exactly. And Esparza, she's technically 75 and 15 with 6 KOs. That's a horrible KO ratio, but women unless you're like a Ann Wolf or Christy Martin or Layla, then that's different. But for women's knockout or even what's her name? I don't know. Does she have any? What's her record knockout wise?
Oh,
Shields.
I think she go 4. Dad, that was a good question too. Dad.
Oh, let's see. 2 KOs. 9-0 with 2 KOs. See, she
I
ain't
don't
got.
even know. I don't even know what to say if that's a good or bad.
You know, would you put her against? Okay, if you didn't know it was Clarissa Shields, you just see it was a 9-0 with 2 KOs versus a 17-0.
her amateur background.
Right, but you don't know it's Clarissa Shields.
No, and I didn't know she had no amateur
Right.
background.
You wouldn't do it, huh?
Not especially I'm trying to build my fight up.
But they're fighting the two girls, Esparza and Estrada. They're fighting for I think the IBF or something like that. WBA, WBA flyweight. And when you get in those lower weight classes, you know the what do you call it's are not there's not a lot of them out there. It's like a when they're too low, there's not a lot of competition out there,
Yeah,
and when they're too high, there's not a lot of competition out there, weight class wise. There's that middle ground in the women's division. It's not like the men's where they're all over the place, you know.
yeah. I think after this Olympics, it'll widen the pool, make it a little denser
Yeah, especially with all the the what do you call it that happen?
tournaments.
All those tournaments and all the fights that happen. I think that'll happen a lot. I think a lot of people will be coming in.
Yeah,
Uh,
cause I have friend a lot of amateur females. You know, my
yeah. Look at speaking of the WBC US NBC. There's a fight on the Canelo card. Um, gonna happen versus yo, damn, how do you say that name? Marim, Miriam, Miriam,
uh the
Miriam Sultanov, Miriam's Nur Sultanov
and her
versus
opponent.
versus versus who is this? Christian
That her name.
Oliveras, and that's going to be a middleweight, a 10-round middleweight for the WBC US NBC title at middleweight title.
What you think about what Clarissa Shields said? And it's basically it's one of the things that I've been saying for the longest, and I'm glad that she said it.
What? What?
Women keep saying equal pay for what men do, but like Clarissa, and this from Clarissa Shields as a female, she said we should do the same amount of rounds and the same minutes as men do. She said I want to push for that too.
Why not? Why not? See, okay, look
Exactly,
at
that's
listen,
what I said.
listen. If
E-
if you want to talk equality, let's do equality straight across the board. Now,
exactly.
I'm not talking about men fighting women. No, it's not what
No,
I'm talking
no.
about. I'm talking about I'm talking about like okay, let's take these sports. Boxing, 3 minute rounds, 3 minute rounds on both ends. Championship fights, 12 rounds, 12 rounds. You know,
Exactly.
then you can have your 10 rounders. You know, depending on where you're at in your development. You know what I'm saying? Because they have 6 rounders, they have 8 rounders, 10 rounders,
Four
and
round of six.
yeah, yeah. So it depends on where your development is in your career. It should be straight across the board. And let's talk about WNBA, right?
Yeah.
Move the line back.
Yep.
Move the line back to NBA line.
They play college number
You know, let let
college.
let's let's let let's do it across the board. All rules, same rules. You know what I'm saying? Both sides, And
And I think the fan base will boost a little.
yeah, because I think it's a stupid thing, but I can understand what how they see it. But like to say, oh well, it's not. They're not playing by the same rules. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're not doing the same thing. So why am I going to see that? Because there's some women that can dunk. There's some women that in boxing. There's women that knock other women out.
Yeah.
You know, so it's there. Um,
And, and the thing that's crazy is when they train 3 minute round.
yeah, they train just like men.
Yeah.
For the most part, they train just like men because the trainers that they have for almost all that trainer's career is trained male fighters more times than not. So I don't see why they. I think they should. I think they should, man. I agree with her. I completely agree with her. And and not to get all into it, but did you see the post that uh what's her name did? Uh
Oh,
uh what was the girl she was supposed to be fighting?
oh, Havana.
Havana. Did you see the post that Havana had?
No,
You didn't see it?
no.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, um, she said she's coming for her neck.
That.
She's coming for what he calls head, basically. She said once once Bashir gets healed up, once Bashir gets all healed up and everything's fine with him, uh, she's classless and she's coming for her. I think she said she's hanging.
I don't like
She's
that though. I don't, cause
she's
Clarissa she'll show the none but respect the whole time.
right. See that, and that's what I don't like. Like people are playing this that, and I didn't really want to get into it, but
It's
people are
marketing.
yeah, people are playing, but nah, but people are playing into this this hate Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, yeah, hard. It is before this. It's
You
way before
yeah,
this.
it's way yeah, and like this is just something to tack on to that. Uh, what she says, and I quote to Clarissa, I have a message for you. You can run your filthy mouth all you want. When my trainer recovers, it'll be just you and me in the ring. I want to see how tough you are. When your thugs are not around, or hold up. When your thugs you hang out with are not there to help you, you're going to find out
Uh,
just how scared I am of a classless fighter like you. Our day will come, Clarissa.
yo, that's crazy because Clarissa she'll show the none but respect, and she put up 3 videos.
Condemning it.
You there?
Yeah. What you say?
Yeah, I said Clarissa she'll show her none but respect. She even made 3 videos, apologizing for what happened
And
when
condemning
she
it.
didn't have to. What'd you say?
And she condemned it too.
Yeah. So
Regardless,
I
regardless,
understand that.
and from what everything's being said, it was I guess it was the brother that got out of jail or something like that.
Yeah,
That's what the rumors
that's what
are.
I'm hearing.
That's what I'm hearing. That's what I think. I think Showtime, but I haven't seen anything from Showtime itself.
Yeah.
I seen it from somebody else saying that Showtime said it, but I haven't seen it from Showtime itself. Um, that said it was the brother, but that's besides the point, right? Uh, she
Yeah,
like
and
it
it seemed like Bashir might mess up the whole process of them fighting because he's talking about suing, fully suing, I guess the venue and everything because there was no bodyguards there, no one
well
to keep it from.
that's the only thing that he could that's the only thing he could sue. The only thing he
But
could sue is the venue, and he can try to sue Showtime.
yeah, because he can't sue Clarissa Shields because
No,
she basically didn't have nothing to do with that.
he can try to sue the promoter,
Yeah,
but 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 that has nothing to do with Carissa Shields. That's not going to hurt her. She can he can go after the brother, whoever did it, whoever it was. But if they have nothing, what is he going to get from somebody? You know what I'm saying? If it's let's say it's the brother. He just got out of jail. What does he have? Nothing. The venue and the promoter, okay, he can probably do something from there. Maybe Showtime, but that could mess it up. That could mess it up.
yeah, I can see them pushing a lot of agendas and stuff in this court that yo, he said that.
But where was her security though?
Yeah, basically they was that's the argument on both sides. Where was security in general?
Right, because she had three security guards. Did you see that video where those guys with the little berets on and their little weird tactical vest and cargo pants and combat boots and all black?
Yeah,
I think they were with her.
yeah, like yo, they like they weren't doing each other like too lax about the whole thing.
And Showtime really didn't even care about it either.
Yeah, they did, and it's bad because Showtime has a lot invested in boxing, and they're not. It's like everybody like real lax about boxing in general when they could get more out of it. It's like they don't know what they're doing no more.
Yeah. You know what it is? They're leaving it up to the people.
Yep. So social media doing everything.
They're
It's like
leaving
we
it
don't
up.
really got to invest anything.
Yeah, they're leaving it up to like that fighter to do themselves.
And that's bad. Bad. That's bad. When you got so much money, you could spend a little bit of money for promoting the fight and stuff.
When you're getting most of the bag, because promoters are the ones that making the money. Let's be real. You know, so it's I don't know, man. Like boxing needs to be more than just big names. It needs to be a whole.
Does
It needs to be a whole movement.
used to because they was trying to put fights on TV again, and I was like, yo, that's a good idea, great idea. Because the people that's not really getting that eyesight time, nobody really know them,
Mhm.
letting them fight. That's how they used to do back in the days.
Mhm. World Sports of Boxing.
Yes.
Mhm. I remember all that, man. That was the time, man. And you used to have big guys fighting on TV.
Yeah. championship.
Yeah, championship fights. I mean, it wasn't. You can see uh, a Sugar Ray
Uh,
fighting on TV.
Hagler.
You can see a
Oh,
Hagler fighting on TV. You can see these big names fighting on TV like it was nothing.
and the promoters are still getting paid then.
Yep, I think even more so.
Yeah, yeah. That's where Don King got a lot of his money.
I think more so. But man, we went a little bit long on this. We didn't even talk about no games, no nothing.
Yeah, that's all right.
But we got, like I said, we got the what he called fight coming up. The Chad Dawson fight coming up on the 11th. Um, and then we got the Usyk fight coming on the 12th. So we got those fights coming up. We got some next, like we said a couple of shows ago. The next 3 months are going to be big for boxing. How big? We will see. We will see. We'll see if anybody's dreams get crushed in the next 3 months, especially in the last month in December, because I know a lot of people are out there rooting for AJ, and I think that that's going to be a fight that's gonna determine how the landscape of the heavyweight division is gonna pan out too.
Is it Deontay Wilder fight next month, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. Wilder fights the what day is that?
what, the
Is it the
22nd?
22nd or 23rd?
22nd. I think it's the 22nd.
23rd. 23rd.
Right before Thanksgiving. No, one Thanksgiving, the 24th, right, or the 5th.
Mm, Let me see. I gotta pull up the calendar. Isn't it the last Thursday?
Yeah,
It'd be the 28th.
'cause I know it's right the next day is Black Friday.
Yeah, the 28th. So the week before Thanksgiving. Um, so we got Chad Dawson, Usyk, Canelo, and Kovalev, Wilder, Ortiz, AJ versus Ruiz. Am I missing one?
I know Josh Taylor and Progress.
Oh yeah, that's supposed to be happening. It's Regis Prograde, isn't it? Is that happening this month?
I think it does. I got. But what you think about David Allen fighting Chisora?
I'm not too familiar with Allen.
I mean, Waukee said I meant Price because Price beat David Allen. Was Price? To me, Price, it's like the wind could knock him out. He was doing good at first, but like when he stepped up, it's like he became a journeyman. Easy get beat.
Yeah, I don't.
But he got up.
Chisora,
Think of Chill.
yeah, Chisora, I got Chisora on that one.
I think ain't gonna knock.
I just don't see Chisora being a in the names in the five names.
Yeah, I think his he don't went down. Like his time came and passed.
Yeah, it's what is that? When's that pro? I'm trying to find that pro grade. October. So yeah. Josh Taylor Regis pro grade is 26th. That's the same day as the Tresor fight.
Yeah, this on the same card because he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
up there
yeah.
popping junk. Because he said, why do heavyweights gotta come fight on the undercard? Heavyweights always the main event.
Not really. Heavy. See, he's not.
Yeah, he's not that material.
He's not. Now, if you had a AJ or Fury or Wilder, hell, maybe even excuse me, maybe even Ruiz, maybe. I think maybe maybe you'll see Ruiz on the co-main event.
Yeah, and it's a WBSS belt, so they gotta highlight that event. That's part of a tournament.
Yeah, yeah, he's tripping, man. I don't I like him, but I think that
I think he's trying to get it.
I think he's trying to get that money, and I think it's doing him the wrong way.
You ain't hear about him and David Hay was beefing in a care.
Mm-hmm. Didn't they
David
fight?
Hay was probably telling him that you not up there.
Yep. But man, I think we should. I think that's about it, man.
Yeah,
Unless you got
and
anything
let's.
to add. We didn't have the interview. I never got an email back, so
But when we do, or if we do get a email back,
yeah.
it's gonna be on a Wednesday because I think he said Wednesday is when he free.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll see about that whenever that comes up. Just be on the lookout for that one, everybody. Um, only words I got for on the video game side, on the boxing video game side is uh yo, this everybody that listens, everybody that's watched this video, um put the developers' feet to the fire, and I don't mean by rushing them or anything, but if they put out some stuff that's not up to par, definitely call them out on it. Fanboys, just because everybody's starving for a boxing game, just because somebody's trying to do one, doesn't mean you have to jump on board. Like, I mean, if that's the case, just go buy an old console or go buy an Xbox One, and you can backwards compatible Fight Night Champion. So, uh, don't settle for less with the boxing game. What you got? I can't. We can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh no, I don't got none. Just support the wish list. Just like Jace Knox said. Be say what you want and don't settle.
Yep.
And believe it or not, even though I'm part of the round for round team, I want a great boxing game, and it's not my game, but I do, I do get listen to my opinion. I do say things that I want or I think should be in the game, but still not on me because I'm not, investor
But
or it's
but
not
you
my
you
game.
you have, I mean, you were a part of Champion, and you didn't even support it. So that speaks
Yeah,
for your word and who you are. So um,
yeah, and that's crazy because, like I was telling you, they put something in there for me to let me know that they do listen to me, but it's not up to them. It's the powers that be. 'Cause they got, the poetic justice. It's some type of one of my friends that went to EA. They got something in there for you. You should buy the game and stuff. I said, nope, it's not what I want. Support it. So he said, yeah, it's called poetic justice. I said, that's for you. They're not gonna put me, like really said because they can't pay me. If they had
yeah,
to put something that I like really said poetic, this is for poetic, then they have to give me, they gotta break me off. So,
yeah. But I mean, that speaks a lot. Like I said, that speaks a lot for you. Last thing I have to say is all social medias are in the description. Make sure you guys get Discord if you guys don't have it. Um, jump on the Boxing Wishlist Discord and share your information there. Um, People do look at that on a lot of different sides and a lot of sides that you probably don't even realize, that we probably really don't even realize either. But download Discord. It could be either on your computer or on your phone, and it's both on Android and iOS. Links to download it will be in the description also, and links for the Discord for the Boxing Wishlist Discord is in the description. Um, Saturdays. What am I? Sundays and Wednesdays, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everybody, make sure you guys are following, sharing, liking, subscribing, um, to when
vacation.
no, and make sure you clicking that bell for notifications when we go live. If you guys are not following us on Instagram or any of the socials. So, with that being said, we out. Peace and love. You guys have a good one.
Peace.